Good morning, Barons. Mr. Merrill, your principal. Hope you're having a great Monday. This weekend, well, actually, let me back up. A couple weeks ago, we told our son as he went back to college, you need to get a job. Because I always believe that you got to be busy. Idle minds is not a good thing. So I always thought, be busy, work. You're going to school. It's expensive. College tuition is expensive. I want him to be a contributor also. So I said, get a job. So he took his time trying to find a job, and then he finally got a job. And the only job that was open is the food line, working in the cafeteria. So I said, good job. That's something that you're gonna pick up and do. And so he started working in the cafeteria. Last week he worked, and my wife and I spoke to him on Friday, and I said, hey, how did your first week of work go? And he said, Dad, it was good. But here's the thing, I have to wear this hat. So he put this hat on, and it's like a cafeteria hat, and I'm like, oh, okay. And he goes, it's kind of goofy, he said. And he said, when I was serving food, I saw some of my friends and they laughed at me. And man, as a parent, I'm going to tell you that it breaks your heart. Because, you never want to set your kid up for failure or for any difficulties. As a parent, you always want to protect your kid. And so my wife and I were talking about that, and I was this close telling him, hey, you know what? Don't work anymore. You don't need to work. Quit the job. But then I thought about it, and I spoke to some of my friends, and they said, don't let him quit. He's dealing with something that's uncomfortable. It's challenging. It's what we call disequilibrium. It's not comfortable. And when those challenges come up, this disequilibrium, you gain character from it. And I thought about that, and I thought, how many of us parents out there, adults, deal with challenging situations, and you just learned how to roll through it, because that was the important thing to do. And so I thought about that, and I talked to my son, and I explained to him exactly what we're talking about. And I said, this is going to build character, Liam. Just keep working. Don't worry about what other people say. You're not in their same boat. You need to work because you need to make money to help with your living expenses. And so my son has a good attitude about it. He's going to keep working, and he's going to keep doing it. And I tell you this, and I think I'm talking to some parents out there. Parents, when our kids deal with diversity, we want to stop and we want to save them and we want to help them. But sometimes you got to let them deal with these challenges, because it helps them as adults. And sometimes, although it hurts our heart, we have to just back up and let it take its course. So with that, something to think about, make it a great day, living the Barron way.
Barons. It's a beautiful day today, January 22nd, 2024. I'm Priscilla.
And I'm Paul, here to give you your Bonita Vista High news that is relevant to you.
Today, we're going to check out our Coach of the Week with Miguel.
In addition, we'll gather some inspiration from our amazing teacher, Mr. Laffey, with Quote of the Day.
Also, we'll discover the arts at Bonita Vista High with our VAPA teacher, Mr. McCann.
But first, let's go behind the scenes of our school library. Ian, on to you.
Hey Barons, I'm Ian, and today we're going to go behind the scenes of our school library.
I'm Miss Marriott, and I'm the librarian here at Bonita Vista High School.
Miss Marriott is a biology teacher and school librarian. She manages books, orders them, and takes care of the library.
She's in charge of ordering books, managing them, and taking care of the library. Although ordering books seems like an easy task, there's a lot of thought that goes into it. Here's some more information about that.
We get most of our book shipments in the late summer and the fall, and we use a variety of different vendors. There are vendors specifically for textbooks. I actually get some of my books through Barnes & Noble, which probably most people know. And then some books are sent to us through the school district's warehouse. So you kind of never know what's going to show up on a given day.
Miss Marriott can receive over 700 books at a time in order for students to learn and study for their tests. Textbooks are important to students and teachers alike because it is an easy and accessible way to share information.
Textbooks are really expensive. If you've ever gotten a bill for one that you lost, here's a French book, it's probably $100. So the other reason we need to monitor it is we need to make sure we have enough books for all of our students. So we keep track of the estimated enrollment in classes, and the librarians in the district actually share books as needed.
Thank you, Ms. Maria, and librarians for taking care of our libraries all these years.
Back to the studio, Barons.
How cool! We love to look behind the scenes to our staff members and show off all of their hard work.
It's important to recognize how much our Bonita staff does for us.
Moving on to Quote of the Day with me. Hi Barons, it's Priscilla. Today we'll be interviewing Mr. Laffey on Quote of the Day, so let's get on it. Mr. Laffey is a human anatomy teacher and sports medicine career path mentor. He is fondly looked upon by his students as both a mentor and a friend. He works not only in teaching valuable life skills, but in building connections with his students and helping them feel comfortable in school. His recommended word of the day is...
What's the word of the day?
Conundrum,
Why'd you choose this word?
because life's full of them.
Oh, thank you.
Conundrum is a confusing and difficult problem or question. Thank you, Mr. Laffey. Thank you for watching, and thank you, Mr. Laffey. Now, back to the studio. Awesome! We hope that inspired you a bit.
We love to give you some inspiration for your day.
Let's head on to Para, who has some information on our VAPA teacher, Mr. McCann.
Hey Barons, it's Par, and I'm here at Bonita's music room to talk to one of our VAPA teachers about the VAPA program.
My name is Mark McCann. I'm the band director at Bonita Vista High School.
Here in Bonita's music room is where Mr. McCann teaches our school's band.
Let me see. This is my 6th year at Bonita Vista as the band director.
School's band competes in many competitions all throughout the fall season and has won many accolades.
So our students go out for competitions every weekend during the fall season. We actually went out a lot this semester. We jumped up a whole division this year, and they were really successful and really showed up and competed well.
Mr. McCann is a vital piece in our school's VAPA program. He's responsible for conducting and directing the band.
At large, the VAPA program, VAPA stands for Visual and Performing Arts, and what it is an opportunity for students at Bonita Vista High School to be involved in creating and performing, and an opportunity to give a little bit more credence to what we as people just know how to do, right? Everybody's a musician, everybody's a dancer, everybody's an artist, and understanding how those things function in the real world and also learning how to access those skills at a higher level is kind of our opportunity. So students at Bonita Vista have access to these programs where they can be part of community and be part of a creative front and learning what it is to be human.
All right, that's all for me today, Barons. Back to the studio.
Wow, you have to appreciate the arts here at Bonita Vista High.
But don't forget about the amazing teachers who make it better.
Speaking of our teachers, let's not forget about our amazing coaches here at Bonita.
Let's go with Miguel with our Coach Spotlight featuring Mr. Valdez.
Hello everyone, I'm Miguel, and today we're going to be interviewing one of our coaches for Coach of the Week.
Today's Coach of the Week is Coach Valdez. He started off his teaching career teaching at Sweetwater High School and was coaching there for 16 years. And he finally got the job at Bonita at 2010, but didn't start teaching physical education until 2020. And his favorite part about Bonita is...
I like being outside, being active with the kids, you know. I got a couple weightlifting classes, a couple regular PE classes, and every day is an adventure.
And for the past 4 years, he has been coaching golf, and he says it makes him very happy.
I'm very appreciative. I hope they enjoy my class, and you know, we look forward to each day.
All right, that was all for today. Thank you. This has been Miguel for Coach of the Week.
There you go, Barons. If you want to nominate your favorite coach, message us through our BVT Instagram. We'll be waiting.
Until then, that's all we have for you.
Thank you for joining us today. I'm Paul.
I'm Priscilla, and we're signing off.